at all.
For goodness sake, it's only us.
This isn't us at all.
It's not us you've come to see, is it? Good morning. Welcome, one and all, to Santa's Grotto. Currently doubling as the Terry and Gaby studio.
And keep a lookout for England rugby players passing by the window this morning on their way to the victory parade. They're all going that way over the bridge. Yes,
You might give them a cheer while you're at it.
Give them a cheer! They're not interested.
Excuse me.
Just one person.
Is it going to be like this all morning?
Yes!
I'm going to clear the studio off of any more trouble. But pressing on here. Today's Christmas crackers. Not that you're not all crackers. First up, a dish especially for the ladies. The Italian stallion himself, Gino da Campo, cooks up the perfect...
Oh, grazie.
You've just fallen over from the sound of it. Perfect Christmas pizza.
And fresh from the Turner Prize last night, art critic Matt Collings will be here to tell you how to spot a future old master from today's modern art world.
I'm looking at one now. Plus, if that's not enough to whet your appetite, we're giving away 3,000 quid on today's show.
Just like that.
None of it to you. In a new feature we're calling Danny's Grand Giveaway.
And in just a few moments from now, we'll be welcoming an icon of the British music industry. I'm going to say it very quietly because you're going to hear the screams. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be joined by Sir Cliff Richard.
I should have worn the garlic.
Mince pies and sherry. But before we welcome the king of pop, we will turn our attention to the king of triv. Here to astound and amaze and to give away lots of dosh.
Ooh.
It's the simply stunning Mr. Danny Baker.
Thank you. Thank you. Normally I rattle on here for about 6 or 7 minutes, but I learned the hard way when Donny Osmond was in, not that there's any comparison, that nobody's here to see me. No, when I did the Donny Osmond one, very quickly, I did this spot, and I usually do, you know, talk up what I'm doing later on, a few jokes and all of that. And I did all of that, and I was aware that everyone was giving me hard looks. They weren't here to see me. And as I left, a woman sitting just there, just so I could hear it, as I walked off, she went, well, thank God for that. So I'll stay out of the road today. I just want to annoy most of the Cliff fans here even further by saying, I collect old vinyl records. A year ago, in a junk shop in Lewisham, there was the copy of Summer Holiday that was only given to the cast and the crew, laying there for £1 with all the... The bid starts at £1,000, all right? The bids start at £1,000. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's just for this week only. We're giving away £3,000 every programme. 3 times I'm going to pop up and give away £1,000. Now, I said, let's not do it like the other shows do it. You know, ask you a question like, what big wooden thing with a handle on it do you use to get in and out of a room? Is it A, a saxophone, B, Santa Claus, or... No, we're not going to do that. And we're not going to do the Richard and Judy thing either, you know, when they have the big picture behind. No. I said, let us not take the audience for pinheads. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back 3 times during the show and give £1,000 away to a question that will be informative. You get 2 goes at it. That's the thing, you get 2 goes at it. Informative, you get it right, you win £1,000. Tell me you can't use £1,000 at Christmas. The phone number to ring. Please turn your mobile phones off, we haven't started yet. 08705 100 755. It's not going to be Cliff, is it? 08705, although she lives in hope. 08705 100 755. Ring that now and we'll be talking and I'll give you £1,000. Simple as that. The questions I'll be coming back later on to ask you. Dan says, Morris in Rotherham, what's the story of mistletoe? And Anna in Felixstowe says, come on, you're avoiding the big question every day. Is there a Loch Ness Monster? That and more when we return, but I'll be back to give away £1,000, and we're that far away from Sir Cliff Richard at the moment, so I'll get out the road.
Cliff songs there.
Did he?
Mistletoe.
Did you design that wheel yourself?
Yes, I built it.
Very nice. First, time to welcome a man whose career spans no less than 6 decades in the music industry. He's sold 250 million records. He's had 52 #1 hits worldwide. Spent 1,152 weeks in the British singles chart. Who could he possibly be?
I have no idea.
I don't recognise him.
No.
Oh, look, it's Sir Cliff Richard who's come. I don't think they knew who you were. That's why.
Well, I was wondering who it was.
I had to give you that build-up because they wouldn't have recognised you.
I know. It's getting a bit over the top now. I find I don't think I can live up to it, really.
They're amazing.
It all sounds so...
statistics.
Well, it is. It's just too much for me to believe, really.
It is.
It is. All those weeks in the charts and things.
Extraordinary. 1,000...
Well, you know what it feels like.
No, I don't.
You have 2 weeks.
I was a week in the charts. Now, look, I want to get the good stuff over first.
OK.
OK. Let's have a Santa's list.
Yes.
I have before us some evidence that you've made a record for Christmas. Have a look.
I have. I don't know if the people at home could hear them, but they were singing a lot. It's only come out today.
But somehow I've managed to hear it a few times before that. You were kind enough to come on Children in Need.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and you do
Well, that's
every
the
year,
first
so
time I
thank
think
you.
I ever sang it on television.
Yeah. But you turn up every year for us, and we do appreciate it.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
pleasure.
thank you for that.
Pleasure.
Now, you've had, as we said, 52 number ones worldwide.
No, is it 52
It is
worldwide?
52.
Oh, my goodness.
So, I mean...
Well, I wonder what happened to the other 122.
Yes, we're the same about our 30 million viewers. We say, well, where are the other 25 million? What are they watching? Yeah. So how special is it? Is it still special for you to be number one at Christmas?
It's special to be number one at any time of the year.
Of course.
It's just that most people release their records between October and December, and quite rightly, really, when you think, what record company is going to release a record in January when you know you're going to sell 10 times less? So you do it when it's really hot stuff. So even if your record fails, you probably will have sold more records in that period of time than by releasing it in July, for instance. So, I mean, my records have always come out, all the sort of singles have come out August, September, October, when the sales start to pick up. Christmas is just a fun part of it.
I have to say, when we look back on all the Christmas songs over the years, I was watching Pop Idol, we'll talk about that in a moment. I was watching Pop Idol on Saturday, and in the breaks they had all the Christmas albums. And I just realised how many wonderful sing-along Christmas songs you've had over the years as well. They're beautiful.
Yeah, but they haven't, you know, when it comes to number ones at Christmas, I think I've got the count right. It's 2. Mistletoe and Wine and Saviour's Day. Little Town, which should have been number 1 but didn't make it. We Should Be Together for Christmas didn't make it to number 1. There's been a number of misses as well, but it's just, for me, the fun factor is actually being able to compete after all these years, even to find myself. You know, they're talking about, oh, Darkness and Cliff Richard and Dido and Pop Idol and UB40. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I like that. I like being still named amongst them after all these years.
Now, look, if this goes to number 1, and you won't be too disappointed if it doesn't really like it to be number 1, but you will have had, I hate to tell you this, a number 1 in 6 different decades.
I know, that's what I'm really...
Does that make you about 80 years of age?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I was a child star, dear.
How does that work? 6 different decades?
Yeah.
Well, only because if you're going to start doing this, anybody watching any of the pop idols, for instance, if you're going to start having number 1s, have them at the end of that decade. My first number 1 was in 59.
Right.
But it counts as being in the 50s, which is true. Oh. So then 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now here I am, 40, and I'm heading towards the 50s.
I was about to say, it's a damn good story.
Yeah.
What about these things like Pop Idol? Do you think they're a good idea? Do you think we can... I mean, it's worked for Will Young, of course.
Well, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for kids who have been fans of people and being influenced by people and find they can sing. When I was kicking off, I mean, there seemed to be nowhere to go. I didn't know where to find a studio. Will Young's first record, I believe he made it in machinery in his house. You know, the equipment is so good these days, you can actually buy it and make a master and have a number 1 hit record. So that's all gone by the by, but there are more singers out there, and I think this is a great opportunity for youngsters to come through.
See, that's really nice that you're being positive, because most people are very, very negative about the whole Pop Idol Fame Academy thing. I personally love it as television, but people saying that it's very negative because of the way Simon Cowell is towards the people and Pete Waterman.
Well, there's always that. It's always an opinion, and I tend to agree with some of the comments about, you know, I think it's all an act anyway. I'm sure Simon, I know, is not a nasty person. That's right. But it's an act. It's a bit like Anne Robinson. She cleans it all up by winking at the end. But,
oh, no, she doesn't.
So I can kind of put up with that. The only thing that I feel is, for instance, over the years I've been sent tapes by people who write songs people who sing and want to get help. And if, for instance, they send me a song and I don't particularly like it, I tend to get a note written back to them saying, look, this is very subjective. It's not right for me, but you can't stop. You must send it to someone else. Someone else might take it to #1. So there's nothing wrong with saying to a singer, look, I don't think you're going to make it in Pop Idol, but good luck for trying.
Yeah.
And that kind of, I think, takes the edge off it a little and encourages people to come forward even more.
That's
even
great. That's so nice to hear.
Will you stay with us? We'll talk maybe a bit about your world tour.
Okay.
And your personal life and
Oh, I'm doing the whole series, am I?
You're here till Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Well
going
done.
nowhere,
Stay
please.
with us.
Will you
Okay.
stay?
Cliff Richard.
Thank you.
Deal.
Sir Cliff Richard! Still to come. He does look ridiculously young, it's not fair. Still to come in just a few moments, ladies.
Thank you.
Gorgeous Italian food served up by a gorgeous Italian chef. What more could a girl ask for on a Monday morning than Gino Di Campo, who will be here with his recipes for Christmas pizza?
It's just Italian names sound romantic and
They do.
handsome.
But when he talks, ladies, oh boy, this voice. Sorry, Sir Cliff.
Italian,
It's going to be Gino in a minute.
It's all
I
right.
don't understand a word. Plus, straight after the break, and wait till you hear him talk, we can't get a word out of him. Danny Baker will be giving away his first £1,000 of the day to a lucky viewer. Well, may you say, woo! About time. If you want to qualify to play, call us. 08705 100 755. 08705 100 755. Are you interfering with women over there?
Actually, the cameraman.
And answer a simple question. And remember, we may not call you back today, particularly if you've won the money. But no. But Danny will be giving away £3,000 a day every day this week. It's the pizza oven.
Oh, is it? See you after the break.
Lovely day in London. Lovely day for the parade.
Look.
And for this programme.
That's what I was talking about, Cliff at Christmas. I said about Cliff's Christmas songs. They were all on one album.
I should think so.
There we go.
Welcome back. Still to come, fresh from the Turner Prize. Oh, what's that about? Art critic Matt Collings will be here to tell you how a piece of art becomes a masterpiece if you wear a frock.
Now, for the first time this week, one lucky viewer could be £1,000 better off, as it's time for round 1 of Danny's grand giveaways. Over to you, Danny.
Look at that, come on.
Fantastic.
So let's have a nice hand for my dad and my brother-in-law here. Look at that, knocked it up in a weekend, 1 weekend. Thank you. Very definition of a smattering of applause. What's going to happen is, we didn't want to give out them pin-headed questions, you know, like, what day is it? Is it Thursday? Is it Friday? Oh, well done. No, we didn't want to do that. I want to give you a chance, though, so I'm going to give you 3 choices on the answer to the question I'm about to give you. Somebody has rung in on 08705 100 755. 08705 100 755. Easy now, I've not done this before. And,
You'd never know.
And when your phone rings, you've got to pick it up and you've either got to say, it's Gaby and Terry, where we make Christmas merry, or you can say, it's Terry and Gaby, where we make Christmas happy. Or you can say, yeah, Dan, what do you want? It's up to you. If your phone's ringing now and it's you, Claudia in Bromley. Claudia in Bromley. Now, she should come through on the phones. She's got to say, it's Terry and Gaby, where we make people happy. Or it's Gaby and Terry, where we make people merry. Christmas merry. Or
Hello?
then... Ah, no, hello will... yeah, hello will do. Yes, she did it. Yes! She did it.
Good, hello.
Hello, Claudia. Hello, Claudia. How the hell are you? Yeah, I know. You know, you wait till you get to talk to Cliff later on. Pass right out. So, yes, go Claudia, here we go. Yeah, I know. People tend to say it in that kind of terms, I know. Followed by, can you show me your whites? I don't do that anymore. But I am trying. I'm desperately trying to give you £1,000. Now, Claudia, I guess we could talk like this all day.
Oh, yes, let's do.
Yeah, right. But I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to get 2 goes at the answers, right? And then if it stops on £1,000, you got £1,000.
Okay.
Right, here we go. Here's the question, Claudia.
Okay.
Which legendary comedy god of the big screen actually died on Christmas Day? Which legendary comedy god of the big screen died on Christmas Day? Is it A, Charlie Chaplin, B, W.C. Fields, or C, 3, 2, 1, Ted Rogers? You get 2 goes at it. Charlie Chaplin, W.C. Fields, or Ted Rogers. What's your answer?
Oh, Charlie Chaplin?
Charlie Chaplin is the right answer. Charlie Chaplin. See? And now, ready? Here we go. If it stops on £1,000, you've got yourself £1,000. If it stops on... Oh, dear, £1,000. And if you want to ring in on 08705 100755, I'll give you £1,000 as well. And now back to my friends. Try this. Expert. We've got ourselves a hit.
Oh, happy Christmas.
Thank you.
What a great way to start
Charlie
Christmas.
Chaplin wasn't the right answer.
Yes, it is. He died on Christmas Day. He did.
Give the girl another £1,000.
Out of Terry's pocket. If you want to win one of Danny's grand...
No.
You just paid for a wedding as well. Give us a ring now on 08705 100 755 to qualify. You've seen now how totally easy it is to win £1,000
We're
live
pushovers,
on this show.
here.
Simple
Money
stuff.
thrown in all directions. Would you like if you did yourself, Cliff?
I should have got that because I knew that one.
Did you?
Did anybody else know it was Charlie Chaplin? You can all have £1,000. No.
Now, you don't want to eat roast turkey and the trimmings for the entire 12 days of Christmas. Would you keep it down to a dull roar? Come on. The Italians have the anthem to... Yo, I'm going over to you now. I can't bear this. Gino!
How are you?
Will you stop
Mind the
doing
slope.
that? Gino da Campo. OK.
Grazie.
Now, tell us.
Buongiorno.
Look.
Come stai?
Oh, bene, grazie.
Silenzio Gaby. OK. Will you stop
Mind the
doing
slope.
that?
Okay,
Okay,
first of all,
so
we need
tell
to
me.
make sure to say to people, when you see, you know, those pizza going around,
need to do it.
you don't need to do that because the pizza is going to be terrible. They use a very hard dough.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little bit of show, but when you see those people like that, it
So
will
it's
never
easy
be a
to
nice
do
pizza.
this. What do you
Easy.
need to make a pizza base? What do you need?
Okay, we need the flour, we need the yeast, we need the water, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because it gives the nice flavor in.
And you keep it really flat.
You massage it with your hands, you know,
Yeah.
passion
Oh,
in
yes.
it.
Passion.
Put it with your
Passione.
hands, then mix a bowl,
A bowl.
cover it, and wait that it goes up.
OK.
Oh, yes.
I understood nearly all of that.
So we're going to make, I know, pizza is very simple. Everybody
easy,
can do
yeah.
pizza.
And it's good, cheap food,
It's
isn't
a
it?
cheap food. In Italy, we eat all year around, but not in Christmas. But I thought, you know, we can
So
use all
what's
the
the point
leftover.
of all this?
No, because to use the leftover for Christmas. So I'll show you the two way. Okay, in
OK, it's an
Italy,
after Christmas pizza, OK?
okay. Alors, first of all, we start with the cherry tomato here.
OK, you're not going to splash
Just
them.
put the hands in. Oh, don't worry.
I've got to go
listen,
out.
I want a kind of chef if you
I'm
don't
going
get
out to
dirty.
lunch after this show, you know.
Okay, so the tomato goes on the pizza like that.
Oh, lovely.
You know, make sure you get your hands in all night. And it's good because after Christmas,
OK.
You
This
know,
is
you
easy
get all
to do,
the-
isn't
very
it, Gino?
easy, very
We
easy.
have to tell people, this is easy. You know, you can make a pizza yourself.
you know, you make a little bit of mess because flour will go all over the kitchen. But hey,
Yeah.
you can't.
Gino, a mess is good from
So you got the
you got the cherry tomato.
mozzarella cheese.
The mozzarella goes on top. Now, very important, Parmesan cheese.
Buffalo.
Yeah, buffalo mozzarella. Parmesan cheese goes on top because
Yeah.
it gives a beautiful flavor.
It does.
Then we go a little bit of salt. Pinch of salt like this. That's
Not
it.
much. Not
And
much,
it's
although
done.
it's very good for you.
It's done. It's ready. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
OK. You're leaning against an open
Because,
door here.
let's see, extra virgin
Okay.
oil. Then if you haven't got an oven like this one, which is, you know, the stone
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
the proper one, you can put it in a tray. Use one of these. So
Put it on a tray for an ordinary oven.
brush it a little bit with the olive oil, like this, and just put the pizza
At
in.
what temperature do you put it in?
230.
Do you warm it up first, the oven?
No. You put in there, you know. No, the oven, yes.
Yes.
Sorry, the tray, no. The oven, yes. So
No,
just
no,
to
no,
make
okay.
it clear.
So
you do
warm
the oven, warm in the oven
and it goes at
230.
what? 230?
230.
230, OK. Now
And
this
these are what we got.
It's a pizza. You'll hate this.
Okay.
No, I can't
You've
eat
got-
it. One, take it over for
I know you
Cliff.
can't eat. You can't eat anything,
I
can
know.
you?
Now this
So
time we're going to do
exclusive.
a little touch to it. We put Parma ham on top,
love-
you know,
oh,
so it gives a
This
nice,
is for you, Sir Cliff.
nice
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
I really hope
So-
you will like it.
So you're putting the toppings on cold?
Yeah, you do, because you know the
Look at
Parma ham.
that. That's fantastic.
The Parma ham is good. You don't want it to cook because if you cook
No,
it, you
don't
waste.
put the salad on it.
No,
for
this
God's
is
sake.
rocket salad.
I don't care.
You don't want salad.
not a big
we do
salad.
half and half.
Who said you could come over here? That's my pizza.
And then we do
was
chili
dragged
flavored olive oil because you know you put it on the passion to do the pizza. Now it's time to bang.
So, excuse
Yes?
Time to bang.
me? Okay.
Do you mean bang?
Bang, yes.
Bang.
So chili
bang,
flavored
good.
olive
Bang.
goes on top, like this one, and that's it. Easy.
Ah,
We
have
cut
you got
it.
You've got to taste this.
Have you got a plate?
Have I got to taste this?
Yeah.
Are these the
That's a
plates?
drag, isn't it?
Oh, get a plate. Gab.
Okay.
Gab, you take it.
Over we go.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're gonna love it. I'm
Perfect.
sorry
Oh,
that's
that
a
you
big
can't have any.
Oh, look
Because
at
most
this.
of this is for me.
No, it's for...
It's for the guest.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
Here you want those beautiful
Is this a Christmas
pizza?
pizza, you say? Or
No, this
This
is
is
after
what,
Christmas.
is
time.
after
Oh, after
Christmas.
Christmas
Yes.
time, mistletoe
mistletoe
and
wine,
pizza.
a pizza, yeah. Pizza and wine.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
for you.
We take a
Away
cross?
with you.
Okay,
Okay,
let's do.
what's next then?
Now
Gino?
the next one we're going to do the. We're going to do the English one.
Okay.
You shouldn't have come with a dark
I'm not
suit.
sure. What? If I'd known this, I'd have brought a white suit.
Nice.
But you have to make sure that the pizza is nice and.
Gino, Sir Cliff likes it.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's fantastic,
thank
isn't
you.
it? You're a very lucky man to get something to eat here.
So, okay. We got the English one.
It's great. I love the noise.
Okay.
Noisy
It is-
cooking.
You need to make a noise when you cook.
Yeah, of course you
Okay, the English
need
one.
to make a
Now,
noise. You do most things.
They asked me what do you put for an English pizza.
I told you about the rocket, didn't I? Okay, go.
Okay.
Can we have your attention, please? English pizza. Now, what we have here for an English pizza?
So for an English pizza, they asked me to do something that the English people will have in their fridge. So I use, they wouldn't have a mozzarella, but you need a base, somewhere.
So that's kind
Then I'm sure everybody will have that thing that you serve for Christmas, dry turkey.
No, you can't insult me. It's a German dish.
No, it's okay. So you just put a sliced turkey on top.
Do you eat turkey in
No
Italy?
way. Oh, sorry. No.
What do you have in Italy?
No, in Italy we have the Parma ham, rocket salad,
Same old
and
stuff.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
Salami, the antipasti.
What's
Then
the-
we have a roast potato. What I done, I slice them and chop them.
And you
just
parboil them
put-
before,
yeah.
'cause you
no,
make-
no, this is the roast. Yeah, we parboil
Yeah,
them
because it's
before
very
roasted,
important. People just roast potatoes and they're rubbish if you
Okay.
don't parboil them.
You put them on top, and then the last thing
Oh.
is the cranberry sauce. Now, cranberry
Say that
sauce.
again. Gino, the what? The cranberry?
The cranberry sauce.
The sauce.
So cranberry sauce goes.
You don't have cranberry sauce in Italy.
Yes, we do. We put it in the croissant, though, not on a pizza,
I see.
and neither on a turkey.
Okay, but you're putting it on an English pizza.
Yes. So we do this one. And
Well, this is one you
what we
made
got.
earlier. Very like Blue Peter, this show, isn't it?
And this is what we got here. Take the.
Oh, that's fantastic. Look at this.
You know, you got all the nice
at me a plate.
mozzarella flavored.
Yeah.
Just drizzle a little bit of extra virgin
This is
olive
so
oil.
easy to make with a bit of turkey. The
It's beautiful.
turkey leftovers, the
whatever you got
the
left
leftover
over.
roast potatoes, a bit of cheese would be fantastic.
Whatever you got left over. If you got chicken or
And
if you got salmon is very good. Fish
230.
is very good on a pizza.
230 degrees in your oven.
230 in the
Just
oven.
and you prefer the thin base.
Yes. Yeah, when Neapolitan, I'm from Naples, we do a very thin one. We don't do that, that.
Yeah, that's American,
deep.
isn't it?
Yes. So this one goes in like this.
Oh, I'm so sorry that none of you in the audience can have this. No, because it's all for me. Gino De Campo.
Hey, ciao!
Che bella.
Ciao!
Oh,
Will Gino be back?
Really?
Is Gino coming back for more? Gino, is Gino coming back next week?
I don't care.
If he's
I've got
not,
his pizza.
can we have Gino back next week?
Thank you.
Now, I just have to say that all the ladies in the audience are begging me to give them pizza, not me, Sir Cliff, and he'll do that in the ad break, ladies, if that's all right.
That's all right.
Not right now. They're going, please, pizza from him, not you. Now tell me about your world tour, because you've been everywhere on your world tour. Favourite places?
I've been everywhere on my world tour, but nothing quite competes with watching Terry eat pizza. Although I have to say I'm pretty good at it myself.
My favourite
Delicious.
place.
By the way, I had an idea. You know, if you're going to make a Christmas pizza, he said it's not really a Christmas pizza. I think the minute you stick it in the oven, play Jingle Bells. When it's out, you can say, we were singing Jingle Bells while it cooked. It's a Christmas pizza, for crying out loud.
Perfect.
So there you go. You
Grazie.
like that?
Listen and learn.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Yes,
yeah.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle all of the way.
On it away.
All of the way.
I won't talk about your world
no.
tour.
Oh, no, I was on a world tour.
Because you had a film crew following you around as well, didn't you?
Yeah, they did a sort of a backstage section to it. And in fact, I guess when you buy the DVD, you can go to either thing, the concert or the kind of outtake stuff that we did. But it was good. I mean, the tour lasted a long time, and at the end of 6 months, I was actually exceedingly happy to get home. But and we filmed it, of course, in New Zealand, which is beautiful, in a place called Napier on a huge hillside. So there were 26,000 people on this hill, and that night, even though it was summertime, it froze. So people clapped. It was really tough for them, I have to say. It was so difficult for the crowd to get in. Because they were all up this hillside, miles from us. The wind was blowing. My band refused. Usually they changed for the second half. And they said, look, it's too cold for us to get into a T-shirt. So we stayed as we were. Except I changed, of course.
Of course you did. Get on.
Oh, well, I changed into an overcoat.
Would you mind...
We're going to show a clip later on of
Would you mind clinging
behind-the-scenes
to
if
the
we may.
wreckage in the intervening moments?
Do what?
While I'm eating this.
Yeah, I think-
Oh, yeah, OK. Do you want to...
It means would you stay here? Actually, I'll tell you what. While I go to the break, do you want to hand these round to the lovely ladies?
Yeah.
There we go. Still to come this morning, art critic Matt Collins will be joining us to tell us. Excuse me, hello, Neil, lovely cameraman. Thank you. To tell us about what about an artist that makes him a master. Plus, straight after the break, Danny Baker will be giving away. You have to give the ladies pizza. Giving away the second £1,000 prize of the morning to one lucky viewer. You've still got time to qualify. All you need to do is call us right now. 08705 100 755. Answer a simple question. You could be speaking directly to Dr. Danny. See you in 2 ticks. Go on.
No,
Go on.
no.
Now.
My
Go on.
pizza.
Go on. Go on.
I tell you what, during the interval we have a chap here who's extremely light on his feet. And welcome back, in a matter of minutes, masterpieces, old and young. There's an obvious joke there somewhere. With art critic Matt Collins.
But first, and don't forget, of course, Sir Cliff Richard's with us all morning. For Danny Baker's grand giveaway. Earlier, we gave £1,000 away to Claudia from Bromley. Happy Christmas, Claudia. So to find out who's on the line waiting to become today's second lucky grand winner, it's over to Danny Baker.
Danny, let's do this again. Welcome back. Nice work, Phil. During the ad break, Sir Cliff was good enough to distribute pizza to the needy in the audience. He had a bit himself and wiped his mouth with a napkin and discarded it. They was diving for the napkin. A woman over here's got it, and this is what eBay's got to answer for, my friends. Welcome back. The difficult second spot. Earlier it was Claudia from Bromley took away £1,000 in the one Christmas test that's trying not to insult the intelligence of its audience. I'm going to ask you a question. People have already rung in 08705 100 755. They pointed out a flaw in the first part of it. It said £1,000 in every one of our sections. Oh, we didn't think you'd spot that. So, as we go across now to somebody else who's called in, let's bring the phones up and we'll see who's there. You've got to say it's Gaby and Terry making Christmas merry, or, yeah, Dan, what do you want? So let's hear the phone ring, and if they answer by saying, yeah, Dan, what do you want? Or if Gaby and Terry make Christmas merry, which I just invented, much to the surprise of the crew, then here we go. Let's, shh, please. Gaby and Terry make
I
Christmas
bet it's hello.
Gary and Terry.
Ah.
Gary and Terry.
Comfortable hit. Go on then. Now surprising me. Who's this, Mum?
It's Grace.
Grace, where are you, Grace?
I'm in Sussex.
Our audience are from Sussex over here. Which sadly disqualifies you. You're not supposed to know anyone here. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Think about the answer, because this is it's something you can use. Here it is. Here's your question, Grace, for £1,000. Once, New Year's Eve fell on Boxing Day. New Year's Eve fell on Boxing Day. Why was that? Is it A, something to do with spacemen and that? 2, because of a mix-up by the local council? Or 3, because New Year's Day is a racehorse and it fell on Boxing Day. Clever! A, B or C, Grace?
C.
C it is! Here you go. Roll that thing. If it stops on £1,000, you got yourself a grand for Christmas, my friend. Oh, look at that. Here you, Grace. Come back,
That's good.
Is this a desperate attempt to get an audience or what?
It's the Christmas
Well, you've got 2 now,
spirit.
haven't you?
It's the Christmas. Yes, let's not become much in league. If you want to win one of Daddy's Grands, give us a ring now. 08 705 100 755. 08 705 100 755 to qualify. 1,000 smackaroonies.
Happy Christmas as well. Now, last night, the winner of the Turner Prize was announced. The controversial Modern Art Award went to transvestite sculptor Grayson Perry for his controversial vases that depict death and child abuse. But is it set to become a modern master? Will it still be admired in a century's time? What's more, how does a piece of art become a masterpiece?
Any more
in
questions?
a series for Channel 4, all those questions and more will be answered. In a series for Channel 4, art critic Matt Collings finds out in this clip. Matt explains the importance of the Spanish arches.
Arques Velázquez.
Yes, artes Velázquez. Let's have a look.
Las Meninas is now considered the great achievement of the Western oil painting tradition, and at the same time, the great mystery of the tradition. With it, Velázquez made the question of what he was, his identity, his social status, his originality as an artist, into a fascination, an enigma. I like it because there's so much to it. In fact, what I want to do tonight is keep coming back to this old, shadowy room in this long-ago burnt-down royal palace, because I think Velázquez's whole story as an artist can be told through these liquid, scrawly, dabby strokes that make up this strange grey scene.
Strokes.
Not Gaby Strokes.
Gaby Strokes.
Here to tell us about his new series and the masters old and young, please welcome Matt Collings.
Good man, Matt.
Welcome, Matt. Thank you very much for coming. So, Cliff, Matt.
Amazing.
Matt,
Now, you were at the Turner Prize last night,
I
weren't
was,
you?
yeah. I was presenting the programme from the live programme.
The Channel 4
On
show.
that.
so tell us, what did you think?
Well, good luck to him. He's a very nice guy. He's got a lovely family. He wears a frock. That's cool.
Well, that's fine.
They feel
That
all right
doesn't
about
matter.
it. And he won the prize fair and square. They judged it. It was an objective decision. They had a load of judges. They got together and they voted for him. But I personally don't. I don't like his parts. Everything else about him is fine. I think.
I like his frock.
Well, I
don't
mean,
like his
it is, they said, a superb piece of ceramic art.
Well, that's where I differ.
Ah.
I didn't really see what was superb about them. In the history of pots and ceramics and the various traditions of them, they seem slightly ceramically feeble.
Well, that's fair enough. But we then come down, and we have this, and then he's dressed in the way it is. We come down to art, don't we? What people call modern art.
And it was quite shocking as well, what he did. I mean, is this art? You know, the...
I didn't mind
Child
his
abuse
shocks. I mean, he wasn't doing child abuse. He was,
Yeah.
he was
Oh, no,
doing
of course
little
not.
drawings that referred to a horror of our society, and that's fair enough, I think. I didn't mind shots. And the guys who I did want to win, Jake and Dinos Chapman, also do shocks. So it's not the shocks that I like or dislike. It's the visual flair. You know, if you've got something there that's got a bit of, you know, makes you think about it, and there's something to look at, and there's a bit of strength to it. So I think in Grayson Perry's case, a little bit feeble. In Chapman's case, there was something there, but wrong result.
If you're not prepared to shock, are you going to get anywhere these days in the art world?
Well, that's a good question. Sadly, it might be so, since shocks are so in vogue. That doesn't mean that shocks are right. It just means that that's the way the fashion needle is pointing in the art world at the moment.
If you looked at the modern art of Tracy Emin, say, Hearst, or this, do you think that these are likely to become masterpieces in the same way as Velázquez has?
No, I don't think that. You know, for one thing, you can't tell the future anyway. So this thing about the masterpieces and will something be great in the future? Will everyone revere it in the future? We just don't know. It's a thing that you say in order to say, do we think it's good now?
Yeah.
So I think compared to the ones you listed, who all kind of have something, actually, this is more feeble than them. Hurst, Tracy Emin with her unmade bed, and Damien Hirst with his pickled cows, and those other people.
Well, we associate you, I think, you are associated more with modern art, but you're doing a series about old masters.
I am. I see the old masters as great measures of non-feebleness. Those guys are unassailable. Enough time has gone by for us to be able to say, yes, Rembrandt is fantastic. It would be weird to say, oh, no, I don't like him. You know, obviously, they are the cornerstones of everything that art can be. So the good thing about them is that they're unassailable. The weird thing about contemporary art is that it has this thing that the old masters can't have, which is nowness and contemporariness and what we are now. It describes this moment in a very sort of vivid way. But we don't know, with contemporary art, always if it's that good or not, because not enough time has gone past.
I see,
So I like the old masters as
point.
a kind of a measure of goodness, and I look to them as standards from which to make judgments about the contemporary stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very passionate, of course. Matthew Collins, that's your book, Matt's Old Masters. And also, when can we see the programme on Channel 4?
This coming Sunday at 8 o'clock will be on Channel 4, is the programme about Velázquez.
Lovely.
And
Thank you.
I love that painting in the Prado. It's just
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's great. Isn't it?
Thank you very much for being
you.
here this morning. Lovely.
Well
Thank you,
done.
Matt.
Okay. Now it's time to welcome back the most generous man in show business, who's already given away £2,000, but not of his own money, this morning. And if that wasn't enough, he's going to answer all your questions. Is there any limit to this man's sauce?
Come back again, Danny Baker.
Danny Baker.
I've got to get there, apparently. I do apologise.
Sorry, Matt. Thank you.
This is a new
Thank you,
thing,
Matt.
this giving away the 1,000. I should get paid by the mile in this job. On and up, on and up.
Danny.
But yes, this is what I usually do. If you've not seen the show before, carry on.
I will ask you and Sir Cliff at the end what you think of the modern art, but we haven't got time now. Morris from Rotherham wants to know, what is the story of mistletoe and why?
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the... If you were actually literally singing that, you would be singing Christmas time, dung, twig and wine. Because mistletoe is Anglo-Saxon.
It would fit.
Yes. I'm looking forward to the remix already. However, yeah, mistletoe is two Anglo-Saxon words put together. Missile, which was dung, and twig, because they used to believe it was bird dung on twigs, and that's absolutely true. Mistletoe is actually from the Anglo-Saxon dung
really
twig.
ruined it.
Please
Now
just
you've
sing
kind of
that
ruined
like...
it.
Oh, no, just sing that
Oh, yeah,
like...
give me a kiss under the dung.
Just sing it with...
That doesn't work.
It has a certain ring to it. It has a certain ring to it. But it's always been the tree of peace. The Romans literally used to arrange to meet people and put down your weapons and hold any peaceful talks or declare a truce underneath a mistletoe tree. Which, I know it's almost a gift, and forgive me, but when I was hearing the fella's accent earlier on, they must have had to say in Britain, if you want a peace, go to the old mistletoe tree, which could be misinterpreted, I'm thinking, by a lewd mind. But we've already been in the dung, we may as well go there well. As for the idea of kissing under it, there are a million different folklores, but it's supposed to be from the Norse. Frigga, the Norse goddess, who brought her husband, who was the god of peace, back to life by feeding him mistletoes. But nobody knows why you kiss under it, but it is traditionally a peaceful tree from Roman times, and it means dung twig.
She probably mouth-fed him.
No,
Her mouth to his... Yeah.
No, kissing, exactly.
Yeah, could well have been.
As good as any
Oh,
reason
second
to go.
thought.
That means we're out of time on that
Anna from Felixstowe, you've been ignoring the big question. Huh? Is there a Loch Ness Monster, and did Bigfoot ever exist?
one. Afraid the answer there is no. But that's that. Move on.
Well
no,
done.
the answer is no.
Good answer.
By the
Thank
way,
you,
the
Danny.
first song I ever knew all the way through was I Wonder. I wonder who she's kissing.
Under the dung tonight.
Under
yes.
the dung. Under the dung tonight. No, there is no Loch Ness Monster, there is no Bigfoot. However, in the last 3 or 4 years, typically, not just because of the last 3 or 4 years, but one new species a year is discovered. And I'm not talking about some kind of bug or some kind of plant. How about this? 9 new monkeys in the last 4 years, including the manticore marmoset, which was found in a marketplace as someone's pet. Brand new species. A new camel was discovered in China 2 years ago. It has hairy knees and lives on nothing but salt water. Salt water, hairy knees, they've got no name for it yet. I suggest Callista Flockhart. Anyway, so there is, well, salt water lives on nothing but... What? It lives on salt water, that's all I mean.
You can't say that.
Carry on,
Hairy
carry on.
knees.
Oh, yes, she does. OK, a beaked whale turned up How can you not spot a whale? A new beaked whale turned up in the ocean.
Stop pointing at me when you say whale.
I know. And believe me, after the Calista Flockhart reception, I'm not doing my Fern Britain joke. OK, so... And 4 new species of piranha. Great, that's all we need. 4 new species of piranha. So no Loch Ness monsters, no Bigfoot, but don't obsess about them because new things are crawling out of the jungle, the woodwork and the mountains every single day.
Heartening news.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Haven't got to run over there now, have I?
No. Join us after the break. When Sir Cliff Ridge will be answering some of your questions that you've been emailing in throughout the show.
Plus, straight after the break, we'll be giving away another £1,000 to a lucky winner. Now, if you want to qualify to play, please give us a call right now, 08705 100 755. 08705 100 755.
Your
See you
nose
after
is
the break.
still like that, isn't it?
It is a bit, but I can sing tonight. See you after the break.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
The wonderful Joe Brand will be joining us, and we'll be talking some more to today's guest, Sir Cliff Richard, in just a minute.
OK, now it's time for Santa Baker. Hurry down the chimney to me. Throw away more silly money in Danny's grand giveaway.
I'm sorry.
Claudia from Bromley, Grace from Sussex have already won £1,000. So who's said to be winner number 3? Oh, let us find out.
Let's
Uncle
find out.
Dan.
Quick as we can. Here we go. All right, please. Oh, stop applauding me. OK, we're trying to give away £1,000 3 times a day, not with a dumb question, but a question you might be able to use for its knowledge. Already to say Claudia and Grace have both taken away £1,000. Let's try it again. You've got to answer the phone by saying it's Gabby and Terry making people merry, or, yeah, Dan, what do you want? If it's your phone ringing now, that means you rang 08705 100 755. Let's listen to see if a phone's ringing. Is there a phone ringing? And it should be now. Oh, I can hold my nerve as long as the best of them. What is he going to say when he answers? Gabby and
I'd
Terry?
like to phone a friend,
Gabby and
Dan.
Terry?
Yeah, Dan, what you want?
What do you say?
Yeah, Dan, what you want?
Oh, that's Who are you? Where you live?
I'm Peter from
Who
Beckenham.
are you? Where do you live?
Beckenham.
You live? Oh, Beckenham. What? Up by the big B&Q or on the high street?
No, in the back streets.
In the back street. Oh, you can't get parked around there, can you? Especially, oh, no, OK. So here we go. I'm going to ask you a question here. The first answer you give me is the only one I can accept, sort of. It's about Christmas lights. On the tree, you see, there is one colour Christmas lights traditionally are not made of because of their royal and religious connotations. Now, what colour is it? Is it red? Is it white? Or is it purple? What colour traditionally a Christmas light not made of?
Purple.
Yes! He's a bullshit right. That's everyone with £1,000. You want it in the red, you want it in the red, you want it in the red. You want it in the red? Yes! I'd have said so. Very legitimate. And that is Peter from Beckenham, and I'll see you later on now. Back to my friends. Let's try that. Dear Lord.
And Danny will be giving away £3,000 a day for the rest of the week. 08705 100 755. Questions for our guests. Sally from Glasgow, Gino, says, what's your best pizza topping because you've got a great bottom?
Well,
It's all right, leave it.
It's OK now. Cliff, we did say you're a collector of art. Do you collect modern art?
No, I don't really collect art, but I buy art, but I tend to be more traditional. Modern I've seen looking really good in a fabulous apartment with all the right colours, but it doesn't do a great deal for me. But art is subjective, isn't it?
It is indeed, and I'm pretty objective about this. Why don't you ask me to play tennis with you anymore?
Because we've already got comedians.
I know what it is, because I hit Annabelle Croft in the back of the head with a serve.
With the racket.
And she was playing with me. That's what it is.
We will
isn't
ask
it?
you again,
It's
I
prejudice.
promise.
It's
Somebody wants to know,
prejudice.
just very quickly,
That's
Janet
Janet
from
from
Crewe.
Crewe.
Oh, yes, who would you beat? Des O'Connor or Terry Wogan?
Who would I what?
Who would you beat? Des O'Connor or
What
Terry
with?
Wogan?
A broomstick?
No. Dennis.
I could probably beat both of them.
I think you
Together.
probably could. A big thank you to our guest today, Sir Cliff Richard. Matt Collins, and of course, Danny Baker. Now listen, if you call today to win a grand, don't panic, we haven't phoned you, but we could phone you later this week. We'll see you at 11 o'clock tomorrow with Joe Brand. Bye-bye.
If you or your group would like to be part of the experience, you can either email us Sant.
Terry and Gabby at 5.tv or call us on 0207 843 9519. See you soon.
And Santa's List. Moving up to 9, Cliff Richard and Cliff at Christmas. Christmas just wouldn't be the same without Cliff. His loyal army of fans will no doubt put his festive single at the top of their Santa's List. Well, will it be enough to make him #1?
It's always important to get a #1. It doesn't matter which month of the year it is. It's just that Christmas is where the big guns hide out.